Yeah, hi Bimesh.
Morning, Bhaskar.
Yeah, morning. Okay, so here everybody knows me. So in this forum, so except the Sadiq, so because Sadiq, he is already working. So, but he want to refresh, brush up his knowledge so that he just joined into the session. So he would like to continue the session. So others don't have the experience on SAP. I think Bimesh, Ankireddy, so as well as Bharat, the along with Sadiq, I know four people. Okay, so if you want to introduce yourself, I think no need to no introduction. I mean, no need to introduce yourself because everybody knows about me and about yourself. I know. Okay, so no need to take introduction. Today only we are going to discuss about the just introduction about the SAP. Okay, is it okay for you all?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, fine.
Okay, Bhaskar.
So first, let us start. Somebody is go on mute, please. Now it's fine. Okay. So first, let us start about what is the ERP, what is SAP. So SAP stands for SAP is one of the ERP package. Okay. So ERP package in market many ERP packages which are available. Even though why SAP has become successful, why SAP has become success, and why only peoples are MNC multinational organizations are preferring to have the SAP functionalities. Okay, before getting to that one, first let us discuss about the what is ERP. Okay, so SAP, I will explain about the SAP, what is application of SAP going forward in the coming slides. I will explain. So SAP is a one of the ERP package. ERP, first let us discuss about the ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resources Planning. So enterprise means because you peoples are working, you already aware of that one. Enterprise means any one of the business organization. You can take any business organization. Resources means to run the business organization. We must required men, material, machine, and money. Without these natural resources, we cannot run the business organization. Okay, we will discuss later on. I will explain you about the planning when the planning will come into the picture. Okay, we'll just keep it aside at the moment. So men, material, machine, these four M's to be required to run every business organization. Then so ERP, okay, in current market there are many ERP packages. Like ERP means it's an Oracle software is there. Tally, one of the ERP package, ban PeopleSoft. I mean, it's a different kind of ERP packages which are available in the market. Just you just keep it in mind so that I will explain what are the advantages by implementing the SAP functionalities. I will explain one by one, and what are the disadvantages if the organizations does not have the SAP. Then okay, so ERP, it covers all the techniques and concepts for the best utilization of the resources of the enterprise to maximize the profits. Means for every business organization, you just remember the business organizations, their ultimate goal, the final goal is that they have to earn the maximum profits, not just profits. Means how they can achieve the profits, means how they can earn the maximum profits, not only the profits. Then ERP is based on the integrated management of all the departments in the enterprise. I will explain you in detail about the integrated management. This is a very important one. The SAP nowadays, the SAP is running successfully because the reason being that the integrated management functionality which is available in SAP, because of this reason only the SAP is one of the successful software and it is running successfully in the market. Now around 48 plus organizations which has been implemented SAP. Even the new clients are day by day the new organizations are coming. New organization would like to have the SAP functionalities. Okay, the percentage and all no need to remember. Now let us move. Okay, here I will explain you about, let's say for example, in any business organization, you take any business organization. In that business organization we have the multiple departments like finance department, marketing department, sales and distribution department, production planning and control department, production department, HR department. Like there may be many departments which are available in every business organization. Okay, now here every business organization have their individual goals and individual roles and responsibilities. Okay, in this process I am going to explain about, if the business organization does not have the SAP functionalities, what are the problems they are going to face. I will explain in general. There are a few problems which I will explain. Okay, now first let us talk about the finance department. Okay, the finance department goal, ultimate goal is that wherever possibilities they are going to reduce the expenses and maximize the profits, and they are going to create the earnings on their investments, maximum earnings on their investment. This is the goal of the finance department. Then if we talk about marketing department, the marketing department goal is that in order to increase the organization profits, what they have to do, they have to increase the sales. In order to increase the sales, again they have to increase the manufacturing. Manufacturing again, in order to increase the manufacturing capacity, again they have to increase the machine capacity, whatever it may be. Okay, in order to increase the machinery capacity, again they need to borrow for the working capital from outside. Whatever they are having, okay, it will not sufficient for to run the business organizations or day to day work, day to day operations. Then so and also at the same time, in order to increase the profits, what marketing department is going to do, they are going to incurring additional expenses in the sense, like it's an advertisement activities, promotional activities, some sales discount activities. But you can just you just imagine here, both the departments, finance department and as well as marketing department, both departments are trying to achieve their goals and trying to maximize the profits of their organization. But problem here is, by the way of incurring, means the way of earning the profits, maximizing the profits, here marketing department is going to incurring the additional expenditure. It is going to cost for our organization. But finance department, what they are doing, they are not going to incurring the money. They are going to, okay, reducing the expenses wherever the possibilities are there. Then here you can see the organization, each and every organization, if this will continue means, if in order to increase the profits, if they are going to keep on increasing the men capacity, material capacity, that is not sufficient for, means, and also that is not the good habit for every business organization in order to maximize the profits. Means option number one, there are two options are available. Then the option, this is the option number one, the option number one which is not suitable for every business organization. Okay, let us talk about a second example. Okay, what second alternative solution business organizations have in order to maximize the profits. Now let us take the same example. Now finance department is there, marketing department is there. In every business organization we have the multiple departments. Okay, to run whatever the resources we have, to utilize the effective manner, whatever the resources we have, those resources, in order to utilize the effective manner as per the business requirement, as per the client requirement, what we need to do, the planning will come into picture. Now you can see the planning will come into picture. We have discussed about enterprise, then resources we have discussed. Now the planning when the planning will come into the picture, the planning will come into the picture when the organization want to utilize the effective manner the resources, whatever the resources they have, they would like to utilize them in a effective manner to maximize the profits. That is the ultimate goal. Now let us talk about the second alternate. We are discussing about the second alternative solution in order to maximize the profits. The second alternative solution, but they have, we have discussed about the planning. Okay, without planning any business organization cannot run successfully. Okay, now even we have the planning. Now we have the enterprise resources planning. We understood about the enterprise, what is enterprise, what is the resources, what is planning. Now we are clear about that one. Then still we are discussing about a second alternative solution what we are having. Okay, so the second alternative solution, in order to in order to increase the profits, we have to utilize the we have to utilize the resources in a effective manner to maximize the profits. Now, okay, now let me explain about what are the challenges the organizations are going to face if they do not have the, if they do not have the SAP software. Okay, what, suppose let's say for example the finance department, I will take the example. Okay, let it open. Okay, meanwhile I will explain. Okay, now let's say for example each and every department, now finance department, let's assume the finance department is using a like it's a Oracle software. Marketing department is using a it's an other software, it's like in Salesforce. Then sales and distribution also using the Salesforce. Then production, then production planning department is using a production planning control, and production department both are using a one software. Then the HR department using a people software. Here you can, you just assume here each and every department, finance department, marketing department, each and every department is using a individual softwares. Means if the organization is following this scenario, I mean, there is no possibility to integrate internally between the departments. Between the department in the sense, now the finance department is using a Oracle software. Let's assume maybe that has been developed by the Oracle, the language which has been developed by the Oracle language. Now the marketing department is using a, it's a Salesforce. It has been developed by the different language. Means if each and every department is going to use different kind of softwares, then it cannot be possible to integrate all the softwares, and we cannot there is no possibility to keep one repository in the sense the data, whatever the data which they are going to pass into the system, that cannot be possible to keep it at central database. So that is the reason nowadays many organizations are facing the problems because of the integrated mechanism they do not have. Means without I mean only in SAP the integrated management means whatever the departments we have, among all the departments we can do the integration internally. Okay, I will explain what are the, how we can do the integration. Okay, so now let me explain about the problems. If we let's say for example the finance department is using a different software, and each and every department, let's assume each and every department is using a different kind of software, then what are the problems the organizations are going to face? Okay, now as I have explained about, let's say for example what is the what is the production planning and control department. The production planning control department, their goal is that they have to prepare a plan, production planning, and then keep it ready for the for the production manufacturing. Then what they have to do, they have to the production planning in order to increase as we have discussed about the, in order to increase our capacity, manufacturing capacity, the production planning department is going to prepare the production planning. Okay, they are going to checking the plan, and they'll prepare, and which day and what kind of material to be required, and what is the labor capacity, machinery hour, everything will be keep it ready. Okay, now they are going to, now we have the production planning now we have the production plan. Okay, now in order to start the production plan, what they have to do, they should supposed to get the, I mean before start the production planning, means the sales department, whoever working in the sales department, as soon as once they receive order from the customer, okay, the customer, what kind of product the customer has been looking, and at the same time, okay, what is the delivery date, means before preparing the production planning department, again there is a dependency between the sales department, means the sales, finally the sales department need to, okay, inform to production planning department, hey, we have the requirement, we have received order from the customer, okay, you need to you need to do the manufacturing according to the client, according to the customer requirement, okay, means here there is a dependency is there, means the sales and distribution department, they are going to call, they will inform to production planning department, maybe by mail, by call, okay, maybe it is here, it's a time taking process. Here the ultimate goal is that why it is a means each and every department is using a different softwares, then at the same time here is a time delay is happening, okay, time delay means the sales and distribution SD team has to inform to production planning department, okay. So now here time delay is happening, and at the same time, once the production planning department will receive the order from the customer, then again they need to prepare the production planning, again they need to check the availability of the material, okay, how much material quantity is to be, raw material quantity is to be required to manufacture a particular product, again they need to inform to the warehouse department. The warehouse department people, again they need to check, okay, availability quantity, okay, means here everywhere you can see the time gap is there, everywhere the time is delaying, okay, because of the each and every department is depending on other departments, means, and also the communication gap is there in between the departments, okay. Now what organization need to do, the organization management people always they need to try to, okay, focus on the to reduce, focus on the organization or in between the departments, means they need to involve the departments, and they need to bring coordination in between all the departments. Maybe see, maybe the production planning department will say, okay, now I didn't receive the communication, proper communication from the sales and distribution department, so that is the reason I am unable to prepare the production planning. Maybe they will raise a concern, okay. So there are many problems which will be arise, okay. So what will happen, the management, the top management people or middle management people, they need to always try to, okay, focus on the problems, means whatever the problems each and every department is having, and they will try to bring coordination in between the departments, okay. But what management should supposed to do, the management activity is that they need to focus on the organization performance, and as well as decision taking, okay, means accurate analysis, if the organization have the proper, if the organization management, top management will have the proper analysis data, then they will take on time decision. This is a one of the key success to every business organization, means on time decision should be must for every business organization, means if this kind of delays will be happen each and every department, and also each and every department have their own reason, okay, there is a delay from the production planning department, that is the reason I do not have the proper, I cannot able to, okay, make it arrange the raw material, okay. Maybe there might be a internal issues, okay. What top management always try to, okay, bring the coordination in between the departments. Now if we talk about, there are many problems which are available, okay, where the organizations are following or using the different kind of softwares. Now this is a one of the biggest problem, okay, nowadays. Now let's move, okay. So the organizations are trying to adapt the SAP functionalities. Now let us move on to that next one. Now we'll discuss about the, now after implementation of SAP, okay, what advantages the organizations are going to gain. Now you can see here, now we have the many departments which are available in every business organization. Now the advantage here is that only one software which we are going to use for all the departments, and also we can integrate among all the departments. Only one software and also one central database is available. Now finance department, let's say the finance department is going to have the functionalities in one software, then marketing department, sales and distribution department, production planning, means all the departments which are going to integrated, and the central repository, the database is a central repository which will be available for business organization. Now let me explain you about in while ago. So I had explained about the each and every department there is a dependency is there, means they need to contact, either they have to communicate by mail or by phone, okay, whatever it may be. Okay, now once they will have the SAP functionalities, once the organization will have the SAP functionalities. Okay, now I will explain you. Now let's say for example we'll take the same example in the sense, now sales and distribution department, they received order from the customer. What the sales and distribution, what the SD team they are going to do, they are going to create the information in the SAP system, means from which customer we have received the order, what kind of product the customer is looking, what is the quantity, what is the delivery date, means everything will be, yeah, everything will be recorded in the system, everything will be recorded into the system. Then at the same time when the information, when the production planning department would like to have that information, no need to contact to the SD team, and as well as SD team also no need to inform to the production planning department. They will just log in into the system, because everybody have the common database. They will just log in into the system, they will check, okay, when from whom we have received the order, how much quantity of the raw material is to be required, means they are going to prepare the production planning. At the same time what is the delivery date, so based on the according to that then they will start the produce of the, I mean they will start the production of the product. Means here there is no need to contact in between the departments, means each and every department there will dependency is there, but time delay will not be there, means no need to depend to other departments for information purpose, especially here. Now once the production planning department will have the information automatically, means it will trigger to the, requirements to the warehouse, means warehouse department will check, okay, what kind of raw materials are to be required to manufacture a particular product. If they have the sufficient raw material quantity, then that's fine. Otherwise, if they do not have the sufficient raw material quantity, automatically it will trigger to the, I mean the intimation goes to the purchase department, the warehouse department will communicate to the purchase department automatically. But some organizations will raise a automatically purchase requisition, means okay, whatever the material, insufficient material they have, then automatically system will raise the purchase requisition again on behalf of the purchase requisition. Then the purchase department is going to work in backend, and they will try to arrange the raw material. Means the mechanism, what we can see here, the internally the mechanism which is going to work automatically, means the work, and as well as at the time we are saving the time, there is no time delays in between the departments. The reason being that we have only one central repository database which is available, for us, okay, to run the business organization. And one more biggest advantage here is that now that always the top management and the middle management, always they will try to focus on the result analysis, and as well as the decisions they are going to take on time. Means here no need to coordinate in between the departments, and no need to bring coordination in between the departments, because here the reason being that okay, there is no chance to escape here, means all the information will be available in central database. Okay, so no, there is no chance to I mean each and every department now there is a time delay, no, it will not happen. Means the moment if we record this data into the system, it will be available in the central repository system. Okay, so these are the advantages when we are going to have the SAP. Okay, now let us move on. This is just only high level information, no need to remember all these things. This is, I mean this is the just only the introduction only. Now how ERP helps, all the data is available in a central database, as I have already shown you. So the data, whatever information we are keying into the system, it will be available in the central database system. Now, eliminate data redundancy. Means data redundancy means once we enter the data duplication, it will not have data duplication. If we are trying to enter the same data again and again, system definitely will give the some information. Some system will throw some pop-up message, some information, hey, you are entering the multiple times the same data. Means how system is going to identify, there will be some particular parameters are there. Based on the parameters, system will give the some information. Then data is updated and available in real time in the sense, the moment, let's say for example, the moment if we are going to withdraw money from ATM, okay, the as soon as we withdraw money from ATM, what will happen? Immediately we will get the SMS alerts, okay, about the money withdrawal. At the same logic here also, the moment if we enter into data into the system, it will be available. Means once you enter the record the data into the system, everybody can able to access, whoever the authorized person, then they can able to see that information. Then one point of entry data means only one time, means the data which we are going to key only one time, means again duplication will not allow. Only one time is sufficient to the enter the data into the system. Again, no need to enter one department. Let's say for example, here one point of entry, okay, if you people want to know the more about this one, what will happen? Let's say for example, once we received goods from the vendor, what will happen? Then it goes to the invoice verification. Okay, then maybe the invoice verification, maybe the stores person might have received. Then once he enters that information, the stores department person, once he enter the invoice, the purchase invoice information into the system, again no need to record the same invoice, the same information, the finance department, but ultimately the invoice are going to created by the finance people. But instead of finance people, already the information which the warehouse department already recorded into the system, again no need to record the same information finance department, because already the data which has been passed by the warehouse person. Then that is the one point of entry, means the same data no need to enter twice. Then best business practices inbuilt. Here the meaning here is that best business practices. Now we have the many industries, like we have the chemical industries, it's an dairy farms, okay, different manufacturing in like oil and gas industries, okay, different industries we have, like pharma industries. So each and every industry may follow or they have the particular business process. Like let's say for example, I'll give you a small example. Like if we talk about the pharma industry, they should supposed to have a reports like this. Means whatever the, means from where the product has been manufactured, okay, once the product has been manufactured, to whom they have distributed, might be the dealer or whatever it may be, from dealers to, okay, to which retail shop it has been distributed, from there which customer has been bought that, I mean which customer has been used that particular product. Okay, now they would like to have I mean reports. Okay, they want to have such reports. Means the best practices, if this kind of reports organization is looking, that kind of reports and feasibility which will be available, means industry to industry, the maybe the functionalities will be differ. So and also the best business practices which will be available in the system. Then modular system in the sense, now let's say in 2022 financial year, there is a one business organization which they want to implement only particular modules like finance and controlling, and as well as sales and purchases only. At the moment they would like to go only for the four modules. Then going forward, once the management will get a confident, then okay, we can able to manage the day-to-day transactions with SAP. Okay, once the management people will get confident, what they will do, then they will go for the later on they can easily integrate other modules. This is the meaning of the modular system. Then here you can see here, the managers can utilize their time in analysis and spend less time in coordination efforts. This is what I have already explained. Okay, the top management always no need to resolve in between the no need to resolve problems in between the departments, and no need to bring coordination in between the departments. The managers can utilize their time in analysis. Means analysis one of the biggest uh, key success for every business organization. Means analysis in the sense, if they have the proper data, then they will take the decision on time decision. Then and analysis and spend less time in coordination. This I have already explained about. Now let's move on to the then now ERP products. What are the ERP products? This is also I have explained about SAP, Oracle, ban, Workday, PeopleSoft, Microsoft Dynamics. There are many ERP packages which are available in the market. Now just we can see evolution of SAP when the SAP has been started. Now where we are in 1972, that's what I did not mention. So in 1972, the SAP has been the SAP product, our SAP software has been introduced in 1972. It has been introduced. In earlier days we had the only one tier architecture. In the 1980s they have come up with the two-tier architecture. R2 real-time two-tier architecture. I will explain you what is mean by R2. R3 means no need to aware of this one R2. Then now we must and should aware R3 real-time three-tier architecture. I will explain about. Then in 1990s they come up with the R3s. Now also we have the R3 only. SAP ECC 6.0, again they come up with the changes 2003. ECC 6.0 new version. Even the ECC 6.0 also it is running on the R3 functionality only. Now in 2010 they come up with the S4 HANA. In between 2014 and 2012 and 2014 they come up with the business warehouse powered by HANA. In 2015 they come up with the simple finance. And remember friends, one more thing here, the SAP to come up with S4 HANA, you know about, right? The Vishal Sikka, he is the ex-CEO of the Infosys. He is the person behind that. Okay, he spent a lot of time, and he found the initially the SAP S4. He found the about S4 HANA. He is the person to come up S4 HANA. Okay, just for your information only, no need to remember. Then now in 2015 they come up with a simple finance. Simple finance in the sense, in finance we have the multiple modules. Okay, they come up with they clubbed all the modules, all finance modules. They come up with the simple finance concept. Now in now 1511 the versions SAP S4 HANA versions. Now SAP S4 HANA is having the two versions. One is a cloud version, another one is a on-premise version. Cloud version in the sense, the cloud version the SAP is going to take care the server maintenance and all. Then the on-premise edition means where the organization have the servers at own. They are going to maintain at their own. Means this is the difference between both. Now this is the difference between cloud and on-premise edition. Now cloud editions, they are going to, the SAP is going to release the changes is a quarterly basis. Means every quarterly they are going to release the changes. But for on-premise edition, most are the cases, most are the clients will have the on-premise edition only. The on-premise edition will be the changes will be released. I mean, on-premise uh, innovations will be released yearly basis. Means once in a year they are going to release the changes for on-premise editions. Maybe we are also we will be most of the clients will have the on-premise edition only. They are going to prefer most on-premise edition only. Now these are the just S4 HANA changes. 1511 they have released. Then afterwards 1610 means here. Sorry, here you can see here 17 is the year from 2017 onwards. They are keep on releasing the version. 17 is 2017. Then 09 is the September. Means they are releasing their on-premise edition innovations yearly basis. Means in the month of September every year they are releasing their changes, their yearly changes in the month of September only. Now 1709, 1809, 1909, now you can see. Then 20 now 2021 20, now we are in 20 up to the latest version. What I could see, 2021 is the latest version what SAP has been released. That is the on-premise edition what is running. But now most of the clients are using up to 2020 only. Means for every release the SAP is going to introduce new functionalities. What are the new functionalities? Then in during the end or at the end of the class I am going to cover what is the difference between ECC 6.0 and SAP S4 HANA. Okay, but remember friends, one thing I could say, if you want to learn SAP S4 HANA, you must and should, before getting to that subject, you must and should have the knowledge on ECC 6.0, because ECC 6.0 is the fundamental basics to learn the other SAP versions or upcoming SAP versions. Means the 70% of the functionalities which what you could see the same in S4 HANA. Means ECC 6.0 functionalities, the the similar functionalities will be available in S4 HANA also, but 70% of the functionality is similar. Okay, if we compare to the ECC 6.0 S4 HANA. Means that could be the reason. Initially first we need to learn ECC 6.0, then we can move to the S4 HANA. Means even if you want to directly get into that S4 HANA, means it's not the suggestible. Even if you can directly jump into that one, maybe you may it will take time to understand because completely different. Okay, that is the reason first we need to learn the fundamentals basically. Then the 70% of the syllabus will be there in ECC 6.0 only. Remember friends, that is the reason. If anybody will ask you to, okay, do you know about S4 HANA, we are going to directly teach you S4 HANA. If you join that one also, then again that will be a, don't do that such mistakes. Then definitely it will harm your career. Okay, just only for my advice this one. Okay, now okay, now three-tier architecture, we'll discuss about a three-tier architecture. Okay, now database server layers, we are talking about how many database servers we have: application server, client presentation server. Okay, the three-tier architecture where we have the, now let us see here. Okay, so we, okay, I think I made so there is a one video in YouTube, okay, in my channel, you can just watch it. Okay, no need to remember all these things. Three-tier architecture means the servers which we have maintained, one database will be there. Then apart from, then the database is going to interlink to that application servers. Then the application servers is going to link to the presentation server, in the sense now our GUI, I mean where we are going to log in into the SAP system. Okay, no need to remember all these things. Okay, just for your information only. Now okay, functional modules in SAP, even this one also you need to aware of this one. In SAP we have the two type of modules are there: functional modules and technical modules. Means we are the part of functional modules. So functional module, what are the functional modules which we have? Okay, functional modules in the sense where we are going to, okay, map the business scenarios into the system by doing the configuration. Then Technical modules in the sense we have the technical modules like ABAP and basis. Okay, BI, business intelligence. I will explain you about. Initially you just uh, remember what type of modules which are available in SAP. There are two type of modules. One is for a functional module, another one is a technical module. These two kind of modules which are available in SAP. Okay, so what exactly does this people means? The finance people, let's say for example we have the modules like finance and controlling, trade and logistics, human resource, supply chain management, project systems, customer relationship management, different functional modules which are available. What functional people does in the sense they are going to map the business process into the system by doing the configuration. Means the functional people does not aware the code. I mean, if they want to write some code to run a particular program, the functional people does not know about the programming knowledge. Okay, that is the reason the SAP, okay, to run the particular program, okay, has been developed SAP software has been developed with their own language. The language is SAP language is ABAP language. Okay, ABAP is a language. Okay, so it has been developed by the ABAP language SAP. Now, to if you want to write some code in a backend, means the functional people usually they are going to contact the ABAP people, then the technical people, then they will write the code in the backend according to the client business requirement. Then BI is the business intelligence tool. This is for the reporting purpose, pure reporting purpose, BI system which we can use. Apart from this, there are many technical modules which are available, like security module is available. Okay, BO, business object module is different modules which are available. But for just for your understanding purpose, I just only recorded few modules only. Okay, now, okay, financial accounting. Now we'll discuss about the financial accounting. For what is the purpose of the financial accounting which we need to map into the system. Okay, the financial accounting where we can use the finance, we can use to draw the external reporting purpose. The main objective of the finance department, this is used to, okay, prepare the financial statement according to the legal provisions of the, okay, countries. Means if the countries, whatever the legal entity is located in, according to the country's requirement, we have to prepare the financial statements. Then these are called as the legal financial statement, because the financial statements like it's a trial balance, a P&L account, balance sheet, whatever it may be. In India, if we talk about the, according to the Schedule 6, we have to prepare these legal statements, and as per the Companies Act 1956, and as well as according to the Income Tax Act 1961. Then the recently introduced, I mean, there are many changes which has come up with the Companies Act in 2013. According to the Schedule 6, we have to prepare the financial statements. It is called the external. I mean, everybody aware of this one, the financial statements which we need to present to the government and as well as the shareholders about the performance of the organization. Then financial accounting. In the financial accounting, what are the modules which are available in SAP? So general ledger accounting, accounts payable, accounts receivable, then fixed asset accounting. Apart from this, there is a one more functionality which has introduced in ECC 6.0, new general ledger accounting, which we are going to discuss. Then if you move to the controlling, the objective of the controlling is that, okay, it is used to, okay, provide the information to the management for the performance analysis and the decision making purpose. Means it will be used for the only for to take decision and for internal management purpose only. It's only for internal purpose, it's not the external purpose where we can use the controlling module. It is called the internal reporting tool, the controlling module. Then, okay, so in the controlling, what are the modules which we are going to discuss? In the controlling, we are going to discuss cost center accounting, cost element accounting, internal orders, profit center accounting, then uh, product costing as well as COPA. These are the modules which are available in controlling. We are going to discuss about these modules. Apart from these modules, then we are going to discuss cross modules integration. Cross modules integration means where the finance is going to integrated with the material management, then the finance is going to integrated with the sales and distribution department. Okay, these are the modules are quite common, means in interview also. Okay, the most are the questions without to FI integration, SD to FI integration. In interview also they will must and should ask the question. So these are the modules integration is a quite common, so that is the reason we are going to cover. If required, then even I will cover HR to FI integration, means a human resource management integration with the finance department. This also I will cover. Then once this will be done, then then the separate sessions will be conducted for a project, for real time project. Then afterwards, then the in last at the last moment, then I am going to cover the what are the changes between ECC 6.0 and S4 HANA. Okay, so these are the this is about the syllabus and the and just introduction about the SAP. Now I think now how to log in into the SAP system. Okay, okay, one moment, just first let me stop the recording.